All right. So I do want to share a book that I've been using and reading. I've also been applying it. And so one way that I can share is, we all know about the 7 main chakras, but today I want to be talking about the heart chakra. I felt the urge of sharing this technique because this is something I usually use in order to help protect my health. So, the heart chakra. It talks about here, for example, the location as well, which is the center of the chest, the color, green, Sanskrit, anahata, and associated gland, the thymus. Each part of our chakras has a gland that you can work with in order to remove blockages. And what I loved about this book is that it shows you not only that we have 7 main chakras, but we also have many other chakras. You all can see here that our body is like in a sphere, protected. So these are called the major chakras. So the top is the stellar chakra. Underneath the top of that sphere is the soul star chakra. And then above is the usual chakras, which is the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat chakra. But do you know that there is also the ear chakras, the telepathic chakras, the higher heart chakra that is above the heart chakra. And then besides that, there's also the palm chakras. And you have the earth star chakra besides the feet chakras. This is the root chakra right here. But the feet chakra also has, so think about this, right? Whenever we're doing and practicing, we want to protect our energy. So I really love the fact and appreciate that we can create our own oils. This is Witch Silent Oil from Essence of the Moon. Selena, she has created this invisibility oil concealment in order to protect our energies, in order to protect our chakras. So the back is where you anoint it, your wrists, which is where your palms are, your heels, which is where the feet are, and then your third eye and your belly button, where the solar plexus chakras are. You want to be able to anoint yourself in order to protect those energy. Another great information, it shows here how the chakras look like. So basically it looks like a funnel cake. And if it's blocked, and whenever you're interacting with things that are not appearing in the real world where we're currently at, this is how it's opened. So it comes in and comes out from the back. And then if it's closed, if you look into this image, it shows that if you have a blockage, it closes like a form of a cotton tip. Those are different ways. Right here in the crown chakra, you see that it's open, but when it's going down, it's closed. So there's a blockage there. So I wanted to share, going back to the heart chakra, in regards how can you use the thymus that is part of our body and is above the heart chakra. So the thymus is a gland that is very important. It's part of our body. It's connected to the mind. And in addition to that, it has white blood cells, which indicates that they're known as T cells. This helps fight against infections and diseases, and it helps boost your immune system. Your health is protected. That is what helps you heal and recover. Whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling stressed, nervous, I am going to share you a technique you can use. And it's very simple. You don't need no tools. You don't need no instruments. All you need is your hands and your fists. And so basically, the thymus is above the center. Your heart is here, right, on the left side. But the thymus is on the center in between your lungs. Your lungs are over here. So it's right here. So you use your fist and you tap it. And basically, this helps awaken and boost that immune system to help you recover, to help you heal, to help you boost that confidence. And another technique, besides doing that, in order to protect your energy, in order to remove that blockage from the heart chakra, You also can use this. Let's say you don't have a pendulum. Let's say you don't have your stone divinations. Let's say you need guidance. You know your own body from that thymus you can utilize in order to know if it's a yes or no. So, I'm going to show you an example. So I'm going to put myself sideways, and I have this amethyst crystal, which I found in front of my altar. And I'm going to ask it. And I'm right over here. You can see my body, okay? I'm going to put on my left hand, which is the receiving hand, my non-dominant hand, and I'm going to ask it, close my palms. Do I need this amethyst right now? Do I need to work with it right now? And stay still, stay silent. If your body leans to the front, it means yes. If it leans to the back, it means no. So let me just shut up.
Before doing this, touch your thymus and then ask.
Okay. So I felt leaning forward, which means yes. Now I'm going to use the same thing, same method, but with the lapis lazuli. Do I need this lapis lazuli right now? No, I don't need it. So this is a good method. And you don't even have to speak out loud. You can just say it in your head. And whenever, let's say you want to buy something, you have the urge of buying something. You can even, let's say you're looking on the screen and you see let's say for example, a tarot deck, and you want it so badly, you can even do this. And you ask yourself in your thoughts, right? Do I need this? Silently. And you stand without touching it, you're just looking at it. You can even go shopping and ask yourself, do I really need this? And you hit your thymus to verify, because you're not holding it. And you will either lean forward or back. So I hope that helps. So here is the book. That way, if you're interested in getting it, you can even look it up in Amazon, and they have it in Kindle. Sometimes they even give it for free. So just check it out. So now moving on, I am going to share with you something. So I started using the True Side Real Astrology by Rochelle Dagley. And since I don't need to use the month of January, I decided, you know what, I'm going to add some of the page grimoires she has shared for those who are part of her gold tier membership at Patreon. And so she teaches astrology. She teaches about the different planets. Here she's sharing examples of different deities. So we're going to skip this because this is something I just wanted to briefly share. So now going back, this is the month of June. I received this week. And so basically this week was a really good week. I had no challenge whatsoever. It has been nothing but blessings. So on Tuesday, I had the blessing of attending my son's, who's passed and had his ceremony for 4th grade. So now he's going to middle school. And my eldest, this Friday, graduated high school. And I'm very proud of them too. Very grateful. I do want to share a spell and hashtag to Cocomagic, my dear sister. So I'm including her because she asked, what do you incorporate in your practice? So I will share a small spell ritual I did. So this is with the Rose of Jericho. I have had this for over 3 years. Basically, you look for a glass that's clear, you put some stones, and you add either moon water, or you allow that normal water, spring water from the own sink, and you let it open. Once it opens, right, you place it there, and you can write. I did this before the New Year's, and I said, because my son, my eldest, he has special needs. He has individual education plan for learning. He has a learning disability. So I was receiving prior to this year that he was on the list of failing high school, potentially not able to graduate. So I did a besides the owl beeswax candle to give him wisdom, I also did this Rose Jericho spell and wrote on a parchment paper, and I wrote on present tense his name, his date of birth, the school name, and I said he graduated. And this absolutely flourished, and I made sure every week I rinse out the old water and refresh it and replenish it with new water. And I also did the same thing for my youngest to ensure that he passed his 4th grade for this. So this blessed us. So I hope if you do have a Rose Jericho, I'm taking this with me to Germany, you can do the same for whatever you desire. I do want to share, like, being here at the state of New York, upstate, it has been very challenging ever since I was here. And before even, like, when I got here, I didn't even practice. Like, I didn't know witchcraft whatsoever, not into spirituality, you name it. So, it was in this state of New York that I started to be interested, and then later on was practicing. And it was in the same place that I learned about healing Reiki, Silver Bay, New York, and did healthcare Reiki. And then afterwards, I did Usui level 1 and level 2 Reiki. And the intent is because I've been drawn not only like building my apothecary and learning about healing, but also how can I integrate nature with my own practice with Reiki. And what I like about Reiki is that you're using all the resources provided on this earth to heal someone from the distance. You don't even have to see them. All you need is a tag lock. And also, you do need their permission, but also your spirit guides, your ascended master, they will tell you if they need healing or not. And when I also started working at the environment where I would tell you it was very stressful, it was very challenging. The people were very flustered, upset with previous leadership, and it took me a lot of time to build that trust, to build that camaraderie, to help listen to them, because it looks like previous leaders wouldn't do that. They would just receive the message, their complaints and concerns, and then let it all out. So they thought at the beginning that I would be the same thing, but I know what it feels like not to be heard, not to be seen, not to be cared for, and not as only individual, but for the collective. And so I really cared about the collective, the people in my organization, and I wanted to make a positive impact and difference. And regardless that at the beginning, they misunderstood and made statements, it took time for me to demonstrate through actions that I really do care without even expecting anything from them. I proved actions then using my words, and that was important to me. Integrity, personal courage, regardless if it's uncomfortable, because there's going to be a situation as a leader, you have to do things that are uncomfortable. When there's something like someone who's not doing something right, you have to have the personal courage to speak up. You need to know your resources. This regulation is going to protect this individual or the collective within this organization. You have to think about, is this safe? Is this ethical? Is this moral and legal? So those are my concepts of critically thinking. How can I help the entire organization? Like, I've encountered leaders who are in the same grade and rank as me, and they had it to build also, and they're starting, and they had it to build also that trust, but they give up easily because of the hardship, because of not having that patience of wanting to make a change. So they give up easily, and then they just don't do the right thing and just don't care. So all they think is about, what can I receive? I deserve better. It's like selfish thought thinking. So that's what I've experienced. And I did not expect anything after I leave this place. But unexpectedly, I received a notification that I got approved for the meritorious service medal. And I will tell you, there's leaders that are very meticulous, difficult of wanting to give sergeant first classes or below an MSM. That's the abbreviation of the service medal I already mentioned to you in the military. Usually they give that for officers. And I am still in disbelief that I'm receiving that, but I am receiving that, but still in disbelief, you know? And I did cry, because I'm like, I know the hardships and everything that I had it to do in order to build that cohesion, that unity for my organization, for my supervisor, my leadership, for my soldiers, for my civilians, for my contractors. It took sweat, it took tears, but they helped me mold me, build me. They taught me, they educated me, I listened. And to me, making a difference for their benefit is what mattered to me. And so I'm grateful that they gave me an MSM, but I wasn't expecting it. So here I put my spirit guides are guiding me to study, follow my passion, and lastly, to fill my cup. So I've poured into caring for people without expecting anything. And this is what I receive at MSM. And this month has been my family moving. My vision is unity with my family, continue strong, which we have. I'm excited for my next journey with my family at Europe, and I'm very grateful for being alive and being safe with my family. My main goals are to do some more self-care, especially physical. I am going to share with you all a link where you can go and you could work out. There's this female in YouTube that does workout activities without weights, and she likes to be making videos of singers and just simple sound music. So if you're interested doing some self-care physical activity, you could select that link below to do that. This week I do plan to, like, on to-do list, pick up my sleep machine supply, because I do stop breathing when I'm sleeping. I will be having more medical appointments that I need to be attending. I already have had my household good be picked up. So today I've decided, and so basically today's Sunday, I've decided to do a reevaluation of my connection with Goddess Hekate. I've deleted over 55 videos on my channel that I did not resonate with, and also some spells that I did for myself, which I have been given guidance by the goddess herself that it should be something personal and not shared, especially if it's working that I did for myself. The rest of the videos that are there, the goddess herself has said, you know, keep it, leave it there, it's good for you. It's good for the public. And so that's what I asked her. I asked for her guidance. Which videos should I delete that doesn't serve the highest good for the public? So I deleted that. I did a live video yesterday, like, place the crystal. If a crystal out of nowhere appears somewhere in your place, in your sacred space, it's a sign that you need to get that crystal and use it. And you have to ask it. So, like, for example, this amethyst crystal, this was given by Selena, and out of nowhere, I had it in my altar, which is far away from here, and I had all these crystals, and none of my family member touched it or moved it. And so when I found it, I asked, what do you want me to know for my highest good? Number one, what things do you want me to shield away to protect me? And what should I let go? So that's what has been guiding me to remove things that doesn't serve for others and for myself to keep. Like, what should I keep for myself? So this was very helpful. Usually when you receive this, you not only ask those questions, you place it above your heart and you feel if it's warm, it means that you're receiving. If it's cold, it means that it's taking away, telling you this is something you need to release. So that's something I share about my practice in regards to crystals. So this is a way you can do that. This is my small little book of shadow. This was my first book ever I have used to write everything. This was given by a friend of mine. Her name is Lee Bainham. She created this sigil saying best friends. So I hold this dear to heart, and I wrote everything I have been doing here, from working with angels, from studying witchcraft, from working with Hekate, learning about her, the strawberry full moon, doing a, here I could share, like on this strawberry full moon, this is a small little spell I did for with Goddess Fortuna and Aphrodite. So I chant their Orphic hymns, state what I wish to achieve, and just cinnamon ashes in a pouch, and carry it for 9 days, and then hide it in a dark place. So this is perfect. And tonight's gonna be a full moon, so if you need something to do, there you go. I guess it was meant to be. And then this is about Hekate, Goddess Nyx, stones, ancestors altar, visiting graveyards, right here, manifesting your home. You'd be like, what? You're on P? Yes. Dirt. And then spiritual baths. This is like using the Psalms. Creating sigils. So, in addition to having my small channel, the intent is to share the things I've learned and anything that piques your interest. Doesn't mean that what I teach is the only way. It's a certain way you can do, but it's a place that should feel comfortable, safe for everyone. And it's building connections, it's supporting and helping one another, building friendships, building mentors, like receiving that mentor that you so much inspire to be one day. So there's many people I would like to mention that I truly hold dear, and that is number one, Cocomagic. She has been my number one most trusting and loving. She is a beautiful, beautiful person, not only internally, also externally. I will be providing the links of all of them. She's really good in astrology as well. She shares her practice. She also shares a lot about tarot and oracles, and she has a good source of intuitively doing crochet, like for mats, like for tarot bags. She makes all these handcraft. This is a really special gift that she also can see auras of individuals. She can sense their energy. She also is really good at giving advice. So I communicate with her. She lifts me up. Those little things are something that are important to me. And another one is Miss Selena, Essence of the Moon. This one is a soft, loving, abundant individual. She is also beautiful internally and externally. Someone who I truly adore as well. All of them I adore, but she's also someone that I'm just not gonna be following people just because, but it's just something natural from her as well. These are people that I will be mentioning. Next one is Badass. Right now she's not doing YouTube. She's been taking a break, but she's also upfront, and she sets her boundaries, and she loves to work with Master Leonard, and she is in charge. Nobody is in charge over her. She is upfront. She has no filters, and she is an inspiration of teaching others as well. So like the people that I'm mentioning you are people who are selfless. That's the word. Who cares about the community, who cares about uplifting others. And so she is someone from the left-hand path, they call it, but she also has spells that are for positive, like for example, self-love, blessings, you name it. And another one is Yadira Perez from SSM of the Moon. She's an amazing person as well. She's like all these foo-foo, I don't give a fuck, you know. But this is how they are. They're generally who they are, and that's something that it's kind of difficult, you know. Like right now I can't be showing who I'm fully, like I can't be in a uniform showing you how I am. In a uniform I act something different because I need to maintain my own order and discipline within the military. I have responsibilities of taking care of soldiers in organizations, so it's different. Versus here, I can share like my spiritual beliefs, so I am different here. So I've learned so much from all of them. And lastly, I do want to mention the Wild Witch, which is Star. Oh my goodness, is someone who is connected to nature, who loves and is honestly just genuinely caring, and who loves to share her wisdom with others as well. And the Fable Witch, she is truly talented. She loves sharing about art, and I just love her creativity. She brings me inspiration of how can I as well in a meditative form express myself. And then two more. There's also La Madrina, and this is Miss D. Tarot. Hopefully I'm saying it right. But she is also, she reminds me of my uncle. And he was queer. Miss Tarot D, that's me. My uncle would dress similarly like her, would speak like her eloquently, and he was very smart, very loving and caring with the community. He would do his best and go above and beyond. He was very creative as well, very intellectual, innovative. And so that's something that I adore and love and appreciate. The end would be last one. I know I said I was going to say the last one, but this one's someone new. And her name is Amethyst Ascension. And that is the name of her channel, Astrology and Tarot. She is an incredibly vibrant, she like welcomes anyone to her space that is dedicated to deep spiritual growth. And she's very authentic on what she practices. And I can feel deeply her heartfelt approach. She has this like high level spirituality education. And I just wanted to share, like, she has a Patreon. She does not share that often, but she has a Patreon, and I just wanted to share this. I would not recommend something if it's not beneficial for the collective. This is beneficial for the collective. Like, she loves to educate everyone and make it accessible to everyone. So her inner circle, I am in the gold tier. This is a high value, or should I say high invaluable, learning and affordable, safe place that is driven by her genuine passion of teaching. It doesn't come with a massive price tag, which it makes it affordable for everyone. She has an overabundance, and I have shared this with her, an overabundance of resources, which allows members to gain access to treasures of tools, including beautiful crafted digital journals, deep dive lessons as well, unique spiritual practices. And this is something that she has taken the time year long. And the ultimate thing I would like to share with you is the community experience of that golden tier. It's that she offers unparalleled extended reading, private content, direct mentorship that helps you, and I'm speaking for myself, helps me master complex esoteric systems without breaking the bank. And she does not care anything about like, oh, I should be raising my prices for this and that. No, she wants to help the collective. And I know I've said this again, but something that I'm looking forward to is her I plan to get her 13 sign astrology deck because I'm very interested learning. She's really good teaching in that. So she's a very prolific creator when it comes to divination tools such as those decks. She also has created Geomancy figure deck, which is, excuse me, it has beautiful series of the Wheel of the Year. And right now she's also working on the guidebook and the deck of the Psyche deck. Here she's incorporating the shadow work. This is very important to her. And to me, I also find it important because, like, I'm sure some of us have to work on shadow work. And I think I take that to heart. There was many things that she explained that I did not know. And I learned different archetypes, many core shadow work that she explains. And so I know I must be taking this so long, but I tell you, you won't regret it. Just go check out her Patreon. I'm going to place that on the link. The golden tier has all the access. She does give giveaways, and the price is $8.88. This is my favorite number. And the 8, it means infinity. So also has that symbol of infinity. So I highly recommend that you follow her, and I will include all the links of all of the people I highly, truly adore and care for and have met and built that connection, genuine connection. And I just see that natural love and passion and good intentions of help lift the spirit of oneself and learn from not only them but also from others. And that's something that we need more in the community. It's kind of very rare to find that, but people like that need to be known. And I hope if you do find interest, you check on them and do so. So today my practice was very simple, and I did wanted to talk about them. Now, this is, when I say Amethyst Ascension, this is her, Rochelle Dagley. She created this planner. She's also selling this in Amazon, but she has other things. I do want to share, and I did ask permission from Goddess Hekate. This is other practice that I do, and this is my stone divinations. And this involves, in order to consecrate them, you have to use smoke incense for the air, sea salt water, which is basically spring water combined with sea salt, and fire. And there was something else, but it's for the underworld. So you consecrate with the elements, and you use an enchantment ritual that Jack Grail creates himself. I think this is one of the most, and I asked Goddess Hekate if this is okay to share with the collective. She said yes, and so this is what I'm sharing. This is one of my most to heart practices when it comes to communicating with the goddess herself. She gives me guidance. She even predicts the future. She has helped to predict the future, asking questions when other people who have come visited my home, if they need guidance. And then later it happens. So when I wanted to go to Europe without applying, without doing anything, because it's a process to do that in the military, I asked her, will I get this assignment? She said yes. And then another one was in regards to, what was the other one? There was another one. Something in regards to the military. I asked, will I get this too? And this is something that's the MSM. That's what I asked. Because there was an incident where I was going to have originally my farewell on the 26th of June, but my leader wanted me to reschedule it because they really wanted me to be there. They really wanted to be there for my farewell. And so I didn't provide that leader an answer. I just asked guidance from the goddess herself. And she said the reason why is because they're going to give you this. They're going to give you this award. And so yes, change your farewell date. So I did that. So basically it is 3 black stones and 3 clear or white stones. So each one is for the heavens, the ocean, and the earth or underworld. Same thing, this is for the yes, which means the black stones. This is for the white stones or clear stones, no. So this has been very accurate. So that is part of my practice, and I will be traveling with this because she is always with me. I am going to do a reading for the collective, and this is with my favorite oracle decks that I would like to do with you all. And so the spread that I would like us to do today would be the Hekate 3 realms. So the number 1 card is going to be in the middle, 2 card on the left, and 3 card on the right side. So the one from above is message from above. So a broader perspective showing the overall picture of the situation at this moment. And then number 2 is the sea. So heaven, sea, and earth, just like the stones. Perfect. I didn't even know she's guiding me, I'm telling you. All right, so and number 2 is from the deaf, which is the sea, and then number 3 is from the ancestors. So I will be asking Goddess Hekate, do not include my energy, only do a collective reading for their highest good. So number 1, from the sky, what message do you have from above? So provide a broader perspective showing the overall picture of the situation at this moment for them. Okay, Linus, courage. Now is the moment to summon strength and courage to move towards your goal. Just a current situation. And then the second one is message from the deaf, which is the sea. What is moving in your emotional, intuitive, or hidden current that needs to be acknowledged? Perfect for this full moon. Where's that, Goddess? Oh shit. All right, this one's gonna be it. Gate Guardian, what you permit to cross the gateway shapes your life. Self-explanatory right there. And then the third one is, how does the energy show up in your daily life through concrete choices and actions from ancestors? This, I'm looking. All right, you're ready to fall out. Black dog, faithfulness. You are not alone. A loyal presence will be with you. There you go. So I hope this message finds you well and guides you. Stay bright, and may you enjoy this strawberry full moon.